Yeah. You back with another episode of Take Me Out This Chat.
Yes,
It's
sir.
Bucky, Chef Marvin, on me, G's.
I don't know who
I got
did
rewind
I don't know who did
back.
that. No, you got
No,
I don't know who that
came
was.
in like 2 octaves lower than normal.
That's DMX.
I got to come low. I'm a little, you mean, under the weather.
Matty, he
man.
came in the pitch shift.
Nah, matter of fact, we ain't running it back. This is live. This is what we doing,
you
man.
sick,
Yeah.
you little
just in here.
Yeah, man. You know,
Spreading germs.
being a coach, you know what I'm saying? I think G's got me sick
Listen,
now.
man.
Now, matter of fact, you did get me sick, nigga. Because you was sick, and you
man.
were saying you was sick last week. You came to basketball practice.
You know
It's
what's
Little League
crazy?
season for
Yeah,
sure.
man. You might have
You
got
got
me,
kids,
bro.
man, in school every day.
My kids is
bro.
healthy right now. They usually
Okay.
do be sick,
Little
but they
League
healthy right
starting
now.
up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
so we
you
got.
throw me under the bus. Okay.
But anyway,
It's cool. I mean, I'm back like it never
Don't
left. What's
sound
up?
like it.
we got a special guest back for the second time.
I'm back.
Second
Return guest,
Yeah.
you
I
know.
mean, Rentmoney Matty,
Back
Sure.
in
You
the
already
house,
know.
the best engineer in the motherfucker.
in the whole
Man,
motherfucking
shout out
world.
Brownstone Media, man. Show 'em what time it is. We got the
Yes,
people in
sir.
here. What's up?
Once
in
again,
here.
we're here at Brownstone
Yeah, what's
Media.
up?
You know what I mean?
Headquarters.
Headquarters recording this shit. We're here. If you need any, let them know, man.
We got the big dog here tonight.
If
Yeah,
they
right.
need what?
Any help with podcasts, any help with recording, if you need any help with photography,
Yes,
any
sir.
help in just in general, just trying to be creative, you trying to help create, this is the hub to come to, because I got all types of things going on right now. I wasn't prepared for that one.
Yeah, and you know, me and Matty, you know, it's our shit right here, and
Right.
so not to go into too much detail, but let y'all know we got some new interesting packages for people coming up. So we'll hit
Yes,
y'all with
indeed.
further details, but some little membership stuff. You know what I mean? Try and get some artists up here, engineers, producers.
The
video
future's
man,
bright, man. The future's
photography.
bright.
Just had that
The memberships is
too.
going to be crazy.
Yeah, the future's
Yeah.
bright, man.
Just think of it like a LA Fitness, but for
the
music and
industry.
media.
For creative
You
minds.
know what I'm saying? For
Right,
creative
right.
minds.
I like
Yeah.
that.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we'll be rolling out those details in the next 2-3 weeks. So,
Yes,
2
sir.
weeks. So.
And we ain't have you on since you had your little mixture. I wanted to give you a shout out about that mixture.
That
That
joint
joint
was
was
dope.
dope.
Appreciate you, bro. Hell
man.
yeah, I'm looking
I
forward
had
to
a
doing
good
some more of
time for
those.
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate
The
that-
energy was positive.
atmosphere
Everybody
where it
was
needed
on
to be,
some
right,
just showing
right.
love.
I
Like
appreciate y'all coming. For
everybody
real,
was
for real.
vibing.
You already know.
Yeah, and like a lot of the artists that came, they left and they said they still in touch with each other. So
Nice. That's what
it
it's
was-
about.
That's what it's about, man. You already know.
that's exactly what it was for. So
for sure.
it served its purpose.
But let's jump into the first topic. First topic, my man, Big Dog wanted to bring up.
Big dog.
You know
Who's
what I'm
Chef
saying?
Spice?
Chef, he said, unrealistic expectations. Is that on? Man, I'm gonna let you do your thing. What we talking about with unrealistic expectations, good brother?
Yeah, unrealistic expectations.
Unrealistic expectations. Like, I've been having a lot of conversations with different women, and it's like, I think women really have, they have a mold that they want men to conform to. And I feel like it's unrealistic. Like, this is what I've been starting to understand. I don't think, first and foremost, I don't think when people start, the courtship or the dating process or whatever, the
Right.
beginning processes of a relationship,
Yeah.
like we talked about this a little bit before. First of all, I know 90% of motherfuckers, the communication is terrible because motherfuckers is not, like we said, putting shit on the table, like
Right.
what's expected
Right.
from both sides. Like, I know in my relationship, there was never none of them talks. And it's like, we all, like, what is really expected in a relationship?
Right.
Because, like, I think we were never taught this. There wasn't no classes on this
Right.
or like, I mean, some of us might have had parents talk to us, or we might have just seen how our parents
Right.
interacted with one another. We seen other people's relationships, but you know what I mean. At the end of the day, it's about what you want.
Right.
You know what I mean, and what your boundaries and your rules are for the relationship that you want. And everybody's are different, but I feel like women are trying to take men and put them in a square, put a triangle in a square peg.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
basically feel like you. I take it like you think they can change men.
yeah,
Or
they
make
just
them
don't. They just don't try to understand the man, like to understand the man that
The
they're
male
dealing
psyche,
with.
yeah.
Right.
I don't think they try to
Right.
understand
Like,
the male
because
psyche.
They don't know their personnel.
Like me personally,
Nah, that's real shit, bro.
me personally, I know you personally. I've had a lot of conversations with
Right.
Matty. You also, like most of all my boys, we talk about this. And like me personally, like especially over the past, I would say like 3-4 years,
Right.
I've really began to look at the coin from the other side and really dive into the psyche of different women
Yeah.
and understanding how women think,
The female
how they're
psyche.
wired,
Right.
just understanding them. But I have yet to come across a conversation with a female that I really feel that they have took the time to really understand a man's psyche, a man's needs. Like women are, I'm starting to really realize that women always say men are selfish, but I feel like women are super selfish.
Right.
Keep
I think we
preaching,
had
man.
this question before about it. Who's more selfish in a relationship?
Yeah, we did.
Male or females, and that's why I was saying females, because the female psyche has this like persona of what the ideal man is, but they never met that person ever in their life. It was never their father, it wasn't their uncle. It was literally just an ideal. Like, you feel what I'm saying? They've never met this person ever in their life. It's a fucking unicorn, but they're trying to make Timmy the unicorn. You feel what
They're
I'm saying?
taking bits and pieces of things that they've learned and experiences they've had, and they want that all in one person.
And it'd be crazy because let's be real, even the so-called ideal man, they don't want, like, the good parts of the ideal man.
Right.
They don't want that.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think they want it because at the end of the day, like, for a real upstanding, like, the man or the person in which they see at that level comes with high standards, high boundaries and stuff like that. And females really don't like being told, like, certain things or having certain expectations put upon them. You know what I'm saying? Like, say, oh, I want my man to be Prince Charming, but Prince Charming got a set of expectations that he also wants you to have, being the princess. You feel what I'm saying? And there's a lot of women that aren't meeting that princess standard as far as what the man wants. Because if you ask a lot of females, they don't even know what a man wants. They know what they want, and then they describe it as their man. Or they want their man to meet them where they're at, but don't want to go and meet them at any point of where they're.
Yo, you're hitting that shit right on the money.
so
What I'm
funny.
talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. They don't even know what a man wants,
Right.
They think
and
it's
they
all-
don't care.
That's the main part. They don't care.
Because the thing about me is, I care about what a female wants,
Right.
what a female enjoys, how a female thinks. I care about that shit because it's going to make the relationship
easier.
much easier and smoother
Facts.
For you.
me,
Yes, for you,
and more
yeah.
enjoyable.
That's why when men do it. That's to make it easier for themselves. Like,
Yeah.
men want the easy way out. They want to figure out the little things, learn, like you said, learn them, figure it out. That way it's a little easier for them as they move forward.
So
But
like,
go ahead.
no, and so you two guys are married, and like, but I feel like even with marriage, like like you kind of said, every year
Yeah, so
you gotta bring things to the table.
right, for sure. Nah, you already know how I feel about the renegotiation stage. Like,
Negotiating the contract.
nah,
terms.
that's a serious thing. And me and you were talking the other week about this, as far as just at the end of the day, like, you gotta, the same expectations and standard in which your lady might have for you, you agree to them. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And whatever it is, whatever your household expects from you, that if that means as a man you are doing the dishes regularly, you doing laundry, whatever the case may be, whatever works for your household, that's the standard in which, when it comes to the negotiation table, you accept and you sign the agreement for. You feel what I'm saying?
100%.
But on the other end and on the other spectrum, men have to be more vocal about saying what the fuck they want,
I think
and really,
that's important,
and
too.
really, and not only being vocal, but really holding their mate accountable for it. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's when you really find out where your mate stands. Because you'll get into a push and pull, bro. Like, it'll become a push and pull, and then you'll see, like, if your mate is really there for you or really wants to make shit work or make you happy. Because at the end of the day, that's what it really comes down to. Like, I'm doing all this to make you happy, sis. Now, on the back end, I need to be happy as well. You feel what I'm saying? Because we've been
Hey,
we've
man.
been told
I
since
think-
the beginning of time that happy wife, happy life, as us being married.
But for real,
I
though,
don't believe in that.
I think that, like, say for instance, if I leave the crib and I forget to take out the trash, my wife is gonna text me and remind me. Or if I forget to do something, my wife is gonna remind me. But if it's reverse, I'm not gonna hit her up. I'm just gonna take it out.
Take care of it.
It's never gonna be nothing said about it. So I think that's part of it too. Why we probably feel like expectations is higher for us, because it's not really that. It's like we got expectations on both sides, but men are held to their expectations more, just because women are they going run down on you as soon as you forget to take out the trash.
They're gonna be more vocal about it for
Right.
sure.
100%. And I'm not even trying to start no arguments. I want peace in the
Yeah,
crib.
I was about to say, and
You
I
know
think
what I
that's
mean?
just a man's pedigree,
Now,
not to.
let me
complain
ask y'all.
much.
I'll ask y'all this because you kind of just touched on it. As a man, what do you want
Right.
in a relationship, or a marriage, or a courtship, like dealing with another female? Like, what are some of the things basic things? I ain't talking crazy shit.
I think the point is, no matter what it is you want, you gotta let them know. And
Yeah.
like Buck said, like, you gotta, once you have that conversation, have some sort of accountability in place where it's like, oh, well, like, you know, if I'm gonna be doing this, because people say it ain't a tit for tat, it ain't 50-50, but if you're going above and beyond for somebody, shit, I'll be goddamn if I don't expect you to do the same for me.
Facts.
You have to have them
I'll
hard
be a
nose.
goddamn liar if I said I ain't want
Like,
that.
you gotta have them hard nose. Like, I'm not gonna lie. In my relationship, that's just hard nose. Like, if you do this, shit ain't gonna work.
Right.
You feel
Yeah.
me? It's just hard
Boundaries,
nose.
strong
And
boundaries
we both
for sure.
and we both know, because there's boundaries for me and there's boundaries for her, and it's not like on no controlling shit or nothing. Because I'll be like, listen, we know where the boundaries is. If you cross the boundaries, you
Respect
cross
them,
the
right,
boundaries.
right,
Like, that's
facts.
it's up. Like, you know what I mean? That just is what it is. Because, like, I'm not gonna be threatening nobody or going back and forth or arguing. Like, my expectations, I'm gonna let my expectations be known, whatever they are. And, like, if you can't meet my expectations and it's a hard no, then it ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna
It
work.
ain't.
It's that simple.
But to go back kind of to your question, because I do want to give an answer to that as far as what most men should look for in a partner is feminine and friendly, bro. Like, feminine, friendly, and a partner that listens and is teachable. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, you need like, no one wants to be dealing or in a relationship with a fucking red-nosed pit bull. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, real shit.
that shit's not attractive. That shit's a headache, bro. Like, no one wants to be in a relationship where a female wants to be super masculine. They're not you know that when I'm saying friendly, they're not friendly at all. This nigga, they not friendly at all. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, everything is just mean. They got a mean spirited about themselves, and then we
I
know
don't deal with them kind of people.
But
No,
I'm a
but-
people, so
I
listen.
know.
So this is what I was going to say, because I know exactly what you're saying, but I don't have those problems.
Yeah, ain't nobody.
Like,
ain't
I'm gonna
nobody-
be honest with you, and I will never have those problems
because
because
you don't deal with it.
I won't
You
deal
won't put
with
up with it.
Those the
Exactly.
hard
You understand
nose.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
for sure.
also, like I said, I'm not gonna have those problems because I took the time to really learn different types of females, so I know how to. I know how to get the results I want.
Right.
Hey man,
You
talk your
understand
shit,
what I'm
man.
saying? I
Talk
know
your
how to.
shit.
A woman's gonna be naturally feminine for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying 1,000%. They're gonna have their little
Yeah, for sure.
here and there, but overall,
They gonna test you.
but I guess what I'm talking about is, you know, I guess I'm just talking about just other people. Like, it's really bad out here, man. I really kind of feel bad
Yeah,
for.
just be honest, man. You feel bad. You
I was
said
about to
this is
say,
what you
you
were
were
saying
saying
earlier.
earlier, you was
You
feeling
feel
bad,
bad
yeah.
for some of these women because of their expectations are
But
unrealistic.
look, I
and,
think my bad.
Nah, you good.
I think the number one expectation though is that women expect men to make them feel safe. That's just
Oh
it.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
That's
that's
financially, physically,
stability and safe,
mentally.
secure, yeah.
Nah, that's 100%. They want to be able to be vulnerable with you, and know that they're sheltered in their vulnerability.
I guess basically what I'm trying to say is like you're like you said, you're not gonna get a man that checks every box.
Impossible.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like these women really are like, when I'm talking to them, like they really have no hope in relationships anymore
Right.
because they have unrealistic expectations. they could deal with somebody they could have plenty of options of a couple dudes that really is good dudes.
Right.
Got they shit together. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But it could be one box that they don't fully check or they're not patient enough to work with.
Right.
And it's like, and we know why. Like, so I was talking with a chick, right? And she was telling me, this was actually yesterday, I was at the bar and shit. And there was an old couple in there. Had been married for whatever. And she's like, so when I sat down, I seen the chick in there. So she's like, yeah, I was talking to the old folks right here. And, they were telling me how they've been married for 50 years and all these about, how marriage was then and this. And I'm like, you think that's all fairy tale.
Right.
But the difference was back in the day was men were the same as they are now.
Right.
Maybe a little more masculine overall.
Facts.
But men were the same as they were now. It's just the difference is women are more independent now because back in the day, it was hard for a female to go out and earn ends meet and be able to take care, pay the bills, take care of the kids, really provide for a family. So she had to rely on, that was society's base.
Right.
You graduated high school, you either went to the military or you went and got a job. You got the job, you got a woman.
You got married.
You got married right away. You got married. You had kids, and the man provided. The woman did the so-called woman duties. But what I'm trying to say is some of the things that they ain't putting up with now because they can provide for themselves.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? But
That's
don't try to make it seem like shit was fairy tale back in the day. Like them men were so much better. They worked through problems. A lot of them dudes had infidelity issues.
For sure.
But it wasn't blown out of proportion because at the end of the day, this is my family. now I'm gonna get roasted for this because you understand what I'm saying?
Talk your shit, man.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, they gonna make the boogeyman up because this is what women always do about back in the day in marriage. Back in the day, they make the boogeyman up. Oh, women didn't have an option. They were stuck in marriage because they couldn't do anything. You know what I mean? If you ever pay attention, that's why it's almost impossible to argue with women because they argue with feelings and men argue with logic. Like, you can't never win an argument when feelings are involved because you can't validate or disvalidate a person's feelings. You feel what I'm saying? So when it comes to shit like that and they're talking about old times, oh, well, women stayed in relationships because they didn't have no option. They couldn't move out. They couldn't make their own money. Yeah. But now that women are liberated and they're able to do that, what you notice is once a woman gets a bag or whatever the case may be, they're not getting that bag to take it back to the crib and build with their family. They're looking to be independent, shit on niggas, whatever the case may be. Whereas if you ever notice when a man gets a bag, where's he trying to do with it? Take it to the crib, build his family, make his family stronger.
But then they cry the second a nigga that makes a mistake or does something, they cry and niggas ain't shit.
Facts. Nah, it's facts.
I'm not really piecing this together the best in that.
No, you good.
But
bro.
I hear you.
Niggas ain't shit.
Nah, you on point.
Nah, you sum it up. Women's expectations are unrealistic, and you're calling them out on it. They're unrealistic expectations on what they think a man is.
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. I don't agree with that. This might cut me off because I'm about to disagree with.
No, that's why you here.
Real shit, bro. I don't agree with that
Pull
shit.
the quarterback.
Yeah, let me figure this shit out, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, talk your shit.
Yeah, nah, because I'm about to say I don't agree that women's expectations are unrealistic. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, say for instance, bro, expecting your bitch to like fuck you every night is unrealistic.
Facts.
You feel me? Expecting your chick to do the dishes every single day and cook every day and vacuum and dust and put on a little dress and walk around the house like Betty Boop.
Unrealistic.
unrealistic.
So
you know what
what's
I mean?
realistic?
But I'm saying though, as a man, I've had those expectations. Like I'm mad we not about to fuck tonight.
Right.
Real
Right,
shit. She
right.
talking about she tired, she not feeling it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is my shit.
Right. You keep it real. Nah,
Real
that's facts,
shit.
though.
Nah, that's facts.
That's real shit. I'm saying like that's the unrealistic expectations that we have going into relationships that a woman might have on the other side where it's like, I'm never going to touch a bag of trash.
Yeah.
But you know the difference is men are willing to compromise where women ain't.
I think what it comes down to is just communicating about it.
No, that's just where I really feel like Chef was saying, a motherfucker might check 90 out of 100 boxes, but they'll let that 10 boxes outweigh the 90%.
I don't know, bro, because say this for instance, it might be homie who only date shorties who look a certain type of way.
Right.
A woman will date any nigga. It don't even matter. Like, she don't have no expectations. You see it like this nigga, just because he got a little clothes or something, you see the nigga out somewhere, now this nigga mooching off the bitch. You know a million niggas living off women. And when a woman met him, she didn't even know what she was getting into. She didn't have no expectations.
Oh God. This is real shit.
No, that's real shit though. Like, a lot of women, for real, talk about unrealistic expectations. They don't have no expectations.
Facts.
And that's why they end
Bare
up in the
minimum.
situations that they in,
Bare-
all the history that they got, the situations that they currently in, and all that shit, because
That's
they
their
don't
fault though.
they don't never have no expectations in the first place.
Women just don't realize that certain shit does matter, man. Like you said, certain things you need to understand about your man. Certain things about you, your past, that shit matters to it.
Bro, I was like 19, 20, like, my bitch gotta be in college. My bitch gotta have a job. And I was trapping.
Yeah.
You feel me? You feel me? I'm with the homies like, man, this bitch, she might be the future. Real rap. I need to get with a John who about something. But it's like, I don't know, even keep it being the girl I was dating at the time. Her dad was a police officer, and she was going to school for some law or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm looking at the long term plan, like, shit, it might work out for me.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's seeing in me though, because that's the opposite of what she came from. But that's the thing though. It's like they just be going for the thrill or for the fun. Who knows?
Yeah, but
Straight arousal.
It's just, I think I'm like even breaking it down to even like the basic shit. Like, it's just they just don't understand. A lot of these women just don't understand the basic shit that make men tick.
Right.
Like, you know how like once you understand the small shit that make women tick, it's like, you might not have had no old head guidance or someone to really guide you, but once you figure this shit out, it's like, bro, it ain't really about money. There's some females it's strictly about money, but overall, most females, it ain't really about money. I mean, you should have your shit together before you're dealing with females, but it ain't really about money.
Nah, it's not.
It ain't really about material shit.
Bro, they be engaged to niggas in jail. So it's not about nothing.
Bro.
Engaged to jail niggas. It ain't about nothing.
Yeah,
it ain't nothing that man can do for her, bro.
Mental stimulation.
It
Do
ain't
you
about nothing.
just think that they don't have standards for themselves? Because like, if you ever like,
I ain't gonna say that.
I just say that because it's like I find it hard for women to hold themselves accountable.
I mean, that's a
So
whole
like,
different. That's
but
a
it's
whole
not, because
different.
at the end of the day, like, if you hold yourself accountable, you're not gonna let yourself go for niggas in jail.
Women don't do
You're
that.
not gonna do. Like,
I hear women.
There's certain shit you're
I
not
hear
gonna
They
allow.
be looking for niggas in jail.
Yeah, no, there's
They be like, he not going to cheat.
So you know the show Love After Lockup.
Right.
Like there's really
Might be in that
like there's
joint
really
cheating
shorties
still.
that was on there
Hey,
talking to mad niggas in jail, dog, looking for niggas in jail just because they know the nigga ain't out here cheating. He calling them 3-4 times a day.
Anyway.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
but what you were kind of saying was women be I'm coming at women tonight. Women always say they don't do this, they don't do that.
Right.
I'll never do this, and they do it anyway.
Do what?
You name it.
You name it, whatever. I'm just saying. I've heard a woman say, "Oh, I'll never do this," or "I'll never do that."
I want to know what you.
And when they say that be meaning
They do this.
yeah.
They
talking about in the
that.
bedroom? What you talking about? Just in general?
I ain't talking sexual shit,
right.
but it could be just anything. It could be I'll never
do that. Yeah, a guy. Yeah, chase a guy or do this or do that.
They do it. They turn around and do it instantly.
Yeah, I mean.
I don't chase niggas, but then we turn around chasing that one nigga that don't give them no attention.
Yeah.
Shit.
Now we gonna get off this topic though. I just wanted to.
I think it's a good topic, man. I do.
Listen, ladies.
Simps do it too.
Let me know, man. Like, do y'all have realistic expectations for the men you're dealing? And this don't go for everybody because there's a lot of happy couples out here. And like the truth of the matter is, if you're not locked in by now, it's just tough sledding. So
the dating pool is slim.
I want to know.
This is a new question.
Will you date a man who does not have a job or no type of income or nothing going on? That's what I want to know,
ladies.
Because that's like the John. Like, if you dating somebody, like, what are you looking for in a man that you dating? You know what I'm saying?
What are you looking for?
I think they could tell you to a degree what they're looking for.
What they gonna be like? He has to have a car and a house of his own.
I think some of that stuff matters to a degree, but not so much. Like,
I think women can give you a laundry list of what they looking for. They'll struggle to give you what they giving.
But I'm saying, is there a minimum though? Like, that's what we gotta find out.
That comes back to the
minimum?
happiness, because what you're given will dictate what it looks like for you to be making your mate happy. You feel what I'm saying? They'll give you a laundry list of shit that's gonna make them happy.
Because it'd be unrealistic.
And men meet them Jones. Don't get it fucked up. Men will meet half of them Jones because since birth, men are taught to be providers, be pleasers of women. If you feel what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of shit that goes into it.
I don't think none of that shit matters.
As far as what?
I think none of that shit matters until you're not mentally stimulating that woman anymore. Then that's when all the extra shit matters.
As far as
I would agree with you.
Not
on that,
having,
pretty much,
not having money,
Shorty ready
not
to be
being
Bonnie and
able,
Clyde
not
with you,
having
man.
this,
consistent
not
with your
this,
job,
this.
Slow,
but
that.
as long as you're locked in with her and you give her that attention that she desires, or it's not just attention.
I was about to say that only goes so far.
No, it's not just attention, because non-attention also plays too. You understand what I'm saying? But as long as you're giving her that, whatever the fuck that shit is,
yeah,
and you got her brain, her mind open, all that other shit be going out the window, dog.
You're right about that though, because like, I mean, there's definitely, I could see some Bonnie and Clyde situations where Shorty just quit her job and say, I'm gonna go rob some banks with this nigga. Like, this nigga just make me want to go give up everything.
Nah, when women are
because that nigga got her mentally it's all about mental stimulation. I see people's relationships that I know, and I'm like, not to say I don't know hating shit, or it ain't on no hating shit, and I wish the best for them, but that shit's done.
No stimulation.
That relationship's done. Like, homie, you don't have her mentally stimulated.
Back to the expectation part, right?
Go ahead.
Because
that's facts though.
Nah, that's all facts. But I wanted to go back to the expectation part, because you were saying about it, people not wanting to compromise, and I think it's more about like communicating what those expectations are. So like,
Facts.
Y'all married, I'm single, I have no problem letting a woman know what I expect. Mm-hmm. Not in a way where it sounds controlling or like I'm trying to like dictate, like, you know what I mean? Like, not on that type of time, no dictatorship, you know how people say, but in a way where it's like, I'm a giving person naturally anyway, so I'm gonna be giving,
right? And
I'm just letting you know, like, this is what it is, or we this is nothing type shit. You know what I mean?
Nah,
and
facts.
And those are kind of expectations you gotta have, and and you listen to theirs too. You know what I mean? Like you said, they're hard nosed too. They listen to your hard nose, they hard nosed, bro. Talk about it, man. Talk that shit out.
Did you ever think that, were you always like that, like as far as boundary setting, or do you think you grew in that?
I think I always had boundaries. I just didn't think I knew how to properly communicate them in an effective way, but now I do. You know what I mean? Like, I've learned how to communicate it in an effective way. Have you ever noticed like they struggle with them?
Like
No. I mean, if they do, see, now we about to get real cold. They do struggle with them, then listen. So like,
I fall back.
Like, quick in a
I'm
heartbeat,
not
bro.
gonna
Like,
lie.
I done learn how to do some acrobatics, nigga. I done do some backflips out of something quick.
Right. No, I get it.
After our conversation, I was like, there's some, like, basically, when you let your expectations be known, you have to just put your foot down.
Yes.
Like, that's all it is. Like,
Yes.
like this is what it is,
Gotta be
and
willing to
that's
walk
it.
away.
That's it. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Sometimes you gotta be the bad guy, yo. Especially if you're, like you said, if you're hard nosed or you're hard nosed. Like, I don't give a fuck how you feel. Like, my hard nose is my hard nose.
But what's
You know
my
what I'm saying?
saying?
What?
Programming. or you
Yeah,
being
either program or being programmed.
Either you're training.
Or you're being trained.
I
Right?
Or
watched
you're
this
being
video.
trained.
I listened to this video today. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but everything this chick was saying, I didn't agree with everything. But she was talking about like dominating, like as a man, and then not like in a not in a controlling sense, but she was talking about like dominating your relationship in all aspects.
Right.
Where it's like, even when not on some controlling shit, ladies, you might take this the wrong way. I'm not saying it the way she did it. I'm just expressing it. But she was even saying, like, even when it comes to the point where your woman's about to make a decision where they're thinking about you, because you like you said, you have them so mentally stimulated, you're dominating every aspect of how they're even going out here and they're moving when you're not around. Like, oh, if this is about to happen, maybe I should call him. Maybe I should ask him. Maybe I should figure this out.
I think that's a must.
If it's not like that, if you don't have that kind of
Yeah.
relationship as a man, she was saying, with a woman, you need to not be with her, because it's like, if you're not doing that, somebody is.
My,
Or she's dominating you.
even with every little trinkets with my wife, like, that's my wife's business, 100%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But even when it goes to purchasing things for every little trinket, she reaches out to me.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like, and it's not on, you know my wife. It ain't nowhere near on no controlling
It's
shit.
respect.
But the
Y'all
respect
both gotta
factor,
be vulnerable,
the
though.
respect factor's there. Like, the same thing on the, I mean, it goes both ways, but
It's not respect from the form of that she has to ask you
No,
anything.
it's not none
It's
of that at all.
respect of she values your opinion and outlook.
100%.
So for every kind of decision she makes, she just likes to get your affirmation.
And it's funny because, like, I have to catch myself sometimes because, like, I come off cold. Like, why the fuck are you even asking me? Like, you feel me? But I have to catch myself because it's not like she's doing it because it's like you're looking for my permission. She's just looking for my feedback. And you feel what I'm saying?
Your input matters.
Yeah, it matters to her.
I ain't gonna lie, I've got a lot better with that. Like I said, just understanding women. Like,
Right.
in the past, we're like, you know, my woman might call me and ask me, like you said, oh, what do you think of this or that? And I'm like, what the fuck are you hitting me up about this
right,
for? Like,
right,
I don't
right.
give a fuck. Like, even now, even if I don't really give a fuck, I still care because I'm realizing that the respect that factor that she has for my, for me, just who I am,
Facts.
that goes into, like you said, that male aspect.
Right.
So I take pride in now, and my woman might be at the store and, what do you think about these or this? I'll really just give her that couple minutes,
Factual.
or a minute and two, and really be real serious and give her my genuine opinion.
Right.
I'm taking it, like I said, with women, it's the small shit. It's just taking that extra 1 or 2 minutes out of your time to really just be hear and listen what they're saying.
Be present.
And be present.
Right.
And like, that's all it is with dealing with women.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not shooting 100% at that. Like, you feel what I'm
no,
saying?
I know what you're saying.
Man,
Like,
sound like Hitch.
Yeah, like, I'm not shooting 100% at that at all. Because, like you said, there's still times where she's our interior decorator. Hey, babe, I'm at such and such. I'm at Macy's, whatever. I'm looking at curtains. I don't give a fuck about no curtains.
Sometimes
but at the
you're
same
busy.
time, it's
Sometimes
like,
you might be busy.
But at the
too.
same time, I know she's calling because it's like, I'm decorating your house, nigga. Like, give me feedback. And I got to respect it. And that's not how my lady speaks. But at the same time, when she's calling, I got to respect the call. And like you said, give her that 2 minutes of being present. You feel me? And like I said, I'm not shooting 100% of that, but it's an ever growing thing. And as you start to really indulge in your relationship and like really dig into your lady's brain, you start to realize it's just the little shit like that that keeps them connected. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, 100%. Y'all boys is preaching tonight, man.
It's just that,
that's facts.
It's just this. Like a lot of dudes don't understand it, and a lot of ladies don't understand men. That's all I'm saying.
My man Ill, he told me, like, when I got married, I asked Ill give me some marriage advice. He told me, he said you gotta lead by example.
Facts.
And like that's really, I feel like that's like the most important advice that somebody gave me, because as a man, like, you pretty much, bro, you can't be petty and be all that other shit. You gotta really, you really gotta be showing your shorty the right way, because like you said, when you take that 2 minutes on the phone with her, you know, when you need a minute and you need to call somebody real quick and you need that attention, she gonna give it back to you. She gonna reciprocate that energy because she's learning from you. This is the way.
Talking about leading, man.
Yeah. No, but it does all fall into place, because even like something as simple like when we did our live show.
Yeah.
What did I tell you before she even got there? When it comes to getting shit done, I know my lady's gonna step into this damn event, and if I'm not finished doing whatever needs to be finished, she gonna jump right in. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no questions asked. It's not gonna be none of that. She gonna be like, babe, what you need? And she's gonna jump right in because she's gonna follow my lead.
You would do the same.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. But nah, it comes down to, at the same time, also being vulnerable enough, or feeling like you can be vulnerable enough with the nigga which you're with. Because men fuck up too, because they think leadership is all rah rah. That's not it, bro. Like there's a lot of empathy that comes with leadership, and until you learn that,
a lot of patience.
Absolutely. Yeah. What?
Say for instance, bro, I say this about being vulnerable as a man. Like, think about, like, if you a man, say, like, I pay all the bills in my crib. So if we having a rough month or something, and then I'm just walking around the crib and I'm in my bag and she trying to figure out what's wrong with me and I'm not saying nothing, I'm just keeping it in. 9 times out of 10, it's easier for me to just get it off we got crunched down a little bit this month. Like, you know, let's not worry about this and that. Because I be getting burnt out when my shorty don't know what's going on. I'm keeping it in the inside. And then she's talking about, like, oh, me and my girlfriends want to go do this. I seen this and that. And I'm not even saying nothing. And then she's getting back to me like, oh, you heard what I said, but you didn't even respond. And I'm snapping back like, yeah, you know what I mean? But it's really just because,
instead of she don't
you
know,
gotta be vulnerable enough to say, yo, look,
like,
that's a good. I like that example.
I know expectations is high because I'm the leader and I'm the man in this house. Yeah. But I'm also vulnerable enough to let you know that, like, right now maybe things ain't going that smooth and I just need your support. Don't look for too much, or you know, maybe chill out a little bit on that, because, bro, that literally make niggas kill themselves. Trying to live up to those expectations for the family, for the kids, for the wife, like everything you got going on. That's why niggas be addicted to whatever their vices is. Yeah. That's why niggas be depressed, ready to kill themselves.
Especially when, like you said, where you're not honest and open within your communication.
Yeah.
Because a lot of dudes, like I said, they don't understand females, so they think they got to portray that they got it.
Right.
Portray this and that when they really might not got it right now. And instead of just being realistic with their woman, like you're saying, there's times it might be tight.
Bro, what's the biggest testament, bro? It's like, bro, always showing your shorty, like, bro, no matter what we going through, I'm going to pull through. Like, if we never went through nothing, she would never see how strong I really am. Because she'd be like, damn, this nigga was just, last week, this nigga was just stressed out. He really pulled through everything. Everything he said he was going to do, he did it. And it wasn't no other than that little conversation we had or whatever it was. And that's really, like, that's the important, because being vulnerable can show your strength. Like, you know what I mean?
The level of appreciation your lady will have for you to see that you're built for it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, like, shit's tight. We got, you know, niggas might lose their job last minute. Like, I always bring up the Vance situation. Yeah. I literally lost a gig. We were just having Rhea. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But in them times, like my wife's seen, I know how to tighten up. I know how to maneuver. I've had nothing.
And then
so,
you
like,
know how to,
you
knew how to adjust.
She knows she picked the right one.
As a man,
facts.
You adjusted, you pivoted, and as quick as possible, and got back on the ball of taking care of your fucking family. Like Matty said, you know, we might be stressed inside at times because there's a lot of pressure on us. But at the end of the day, we ain't got no choice but to get up, get our ass up in the morning, and go make this shit happen.
Show your lady that you could
You
carry.
know what I mean? And our women are watching that. Like you said, when you're vulnerable and not frauding all the time, and they know damn shit tight right now. Like my man Jim. You ever see that Jim Jones clip?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
Oh, he told we ain't buying bags this month.
Yeah, he said
We're not buying bags this month.
None of my, he's saying he was vulnerable, but my family, my woman, my mom, my kids, they never feel the pressure I feel. Yeah, we ain't buying Chanel bags this month. That's what he said.
Yeah.
But when it's on and popping, get Chanel every day.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, as a man, we have a lot of pressure. Like, I'm going through that right now. Like, I gotta get a house.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm coming off a major situation.
Right.
I feel the pressure,
Every
but
day.
at the end of the day, I'm confident
Because you
in who I am as a man. I'm gonna make this shit. I'm gonna make a play. I'm gonna make this shit happen. I'm gonna make a play.
Not everybody's like that though.
I'ma
Some
make
of
a
these women
play.
are running into guys that are like that aren't like that.
I'm gonna make a play.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
But
that's
that's
facts, though.
that's
Some
the
of these-
expectations that shorty should have though, because that's like as a man, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
like,
but
if
there's not an abundance of men that act like that. That's the problem.
That's why.
the problem these
that's
shorties is running into.
that's-
There's not an abundance of men that operate or are cut from that cloth or that pedigree. So
Right.
I guess women don't have unrealistic expectations. It's just that there's not enough men
not enough
that
men,
feel
yeah.
those that can fill those roles that what they're
not
looking
enough
for.
men being men. We
So
talking about that.
therefore, like my man said, I ain't gonna say his name. Unfortunately, ladies, y'all gotta share high value men.
Shout out KS.
Hey, man, each one teach one.
He really
man.
said that shit, and he was telling the women that dead to their face, and they were saying, "I know."
Hey, some do. Like, some do, and some are cool with it.
That's what makes this shit worse, because when you're a good man and you carry that shit at home, like the people are watching and females are watching. So it's like, that's what makes that, I ain't gonna lie, that's where you gotta really, as a man, you gotta really have super crazy discipline, because then that's when you're gonna really see. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because you gotta have super crazy discipline, because
People want to disrupt
when you're a
your
man
peace.
and you carry it out here, especially if you in a relationship or you dealing with different females, women see that shit, and they ain't shy to send the bird call.
Yeah. I mean,
What's the bird call, yeah?
Everybody got different bird calls, but if you know how to catch the signs, you be knowing.
I think there's levels to that, though. I think there's levels to that, and that's as men, too. Like, you reach a certain level of respect where I don't want to say all women, but women know not even to try you sometimes. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you reach to a certain level of respect where it's like, that nigga not moving and shaking like that. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Like, I'm gonna be honest with
They
you.
just
like,
to try you less. They still try you though.
I mean,
They
yeah,
still
there's always gonna be
they're
somebody
gonna
that's gonna
send
try
they're gonna
that.
send a way less aggressive bird call, but the bird call's there.
Nah, it might be a more aggressive bird call. They're just not going to test you on a lot more bull. They know they're not going to get away with as much shit with you as they could with the next guy. But
Yeah,
that's a whole.
that's a
nother
fact. That's a whole
conversation,
nother
bro.
conversation.
That's a whole
though.
nother
Any
conversation.
we got any quick lightning bolt topics to switch into real quick?
Matty wanted to be. He was. You have been talking to us for a while
No,
about
I'll
the
just be
marriage
listening.
topic.
I'll just be trying to listen, man. I'll just be
What,
trying to listen.
what topic?
No, I'll just be trying to listen.
Relationship, marriages in general. Matty been definitely chiming in.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm proud of I'm proud of all y'all, man. Like I can honestly say, like, ain't no crumb ass niggas on this cast.
Nah, that's fact.
Shit.
Ain't no crumb ass. I ain't gonna lie. I'm starting
No
to take.
bum crumbs.
I'm starting to take pride in that shit, and cause I got a couple niggas I love that's crumbs,
Yeah.
dog. But like now it's starting to get old, like, cause obviously I'm not making a good impression on you, cause I ain't no fucking crumb,
Right.
and I don't preach, and I don't
Preach
I
crumb
don't
behavior.
celebrate crumb shit. Like, nigga, I'll check you every time you do some crumb ass shit. Nigga, I'll check you. It's sad, man. It's a lot of crumbs.
Niggas is confused, man. They don't know what they really want in life, bro.
That's
don't.
facts. That's facts.
The
They
simple
are
shit is
confused.
so fun, bro. Nah, I mean, I went fishing last summer, bro. I'm really looking forward to going fishing this summer, dog. And I'm ready to go shoot something. I told my wife, she vegan. I told my wife, I was like, I'm ready to go take my gun. I'm ready to go hunt. I'm ready to get a hunting license and all that shit. Like, why not?
Yeah,
Just
you
go
like
do
cooking
something
too? Go skin something.
I like
huh?
cooking.
Yeah.
Just doing
that-
something,
yeah.
bro. Like, doing something.
I
other
just
than
feel like a
doing-
lot of adult men still are trying to live out their teen years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
They
Facts.
need to let that shit go.
So imagine how many women are running into these niggas, and no knock to nobody in the music industry, but just in general, like guys that are just still, we know are has-beens or just like, yo, give it up, go get a fucking job type bullshit. Whether it's trapping, rapping, hustling, whatever the case may be. It's like,
Bro.
imagine how many women are running into these guys where it's like, damn, like I
Really
like this
think
guy.
about
He
this
got
shit, though.
because women do go off potential with guys
100%.
too. They go off a guy's potential. They like, all right, they like certain things. They don't like everything, but you checking off some boxes like y'all was saying. It's like,
Right.
so imagine how many of them are running into these guys, man, where it's just like, man, they know damn well this is just a temporary situation. But temporary Jones end up lasting years.
Niggas be having too much pride, bro. Like, that's what it really comes down to. Like, you'll tell a nigga get a job, and we sit down with our homies all the time. Like, I ain't got no cut cards. You tell a nigga, yo, go get it. Like, it's time to wrap this shit up. Whatever the
Bro,
But a nigga have too much pride to go get $15 an hour.
niggas don't have no fun, bro. That's what it is. Like
Like, you
that
feel what I'm
ass.
saying? Like,
They think that, like, I mean, I ain't gonna say they think, but this is what I think, bro. I think when I was a young boy, I thought hanging out with my homies, smoking weed all day, busting a couple traps, linking with some shorties, maybe cracking a little bottle.
right.
I thought that shit was fun. I didn't do nothing else. Like, I really didn't do nothing else. Maybe we went to Dorney Park once. Maybe we
Right.
went to the mall or something.
Yeah.
But we didn't do nothing else. And it's like, now I'm 31, bro. I be like, yo, fucking fishing's fun. Hiking's fun. I went camping. That shit's fun. There's all types of shit to do that's fun, bro. Go and get something to eat is fun, bro.
Yo,
I
Moving
was
out
on the
your
street for
comfort
10
zone.
years, bro. I ain't eat nothing right here.
It's so funny you say that shit because I think that's what I think that's what every nigga was doing 19, 18, early 20s, bro.
Absolutely.
But that's all we did.
Right.
Get together, smoke L's all day.
Drink,
Throw food on the
Drink.
grill.
girls.
Nigga, I put food on the grill every fucking day.
And I ain't gonna lie,
or
that
whatever.
shit corny as shit now.
Yeah, when you think about it, like, we didn't have no
Let's go do
fun.
something.
We were just over there just thinking about, like, yo,
Posted.
But
How we
it's
gonna
really,
figure-
it's really 30-year-old, 35, 45, 50-year-old men. That's what all they care about every day is how am I gonna get a bottle?
Facts.
How am I gonna get some weed to smoke?
Right.
And I'm gonna sit back and smoke weed.
niggas
I think
need to
that's
have some
like-
fun,
Hit
man.
one of my shorties up. Hey,
And they gonna answer.
Some people really haven't done shit. Like, you be talking to some of these women, man, and they just like, you ain't did that? Nah, you ain't never been there? Nah, I ain't. God damn.
I ain't gonna lie. You know what changed my view on a lot of shit? Going to college. And I'm not an endorser of college at all. Like, I think I don't want to get into that, but I'm not an endorser in college. But being able to get out of Pottstown for a few years and really see how other people live, how other people think about life,
Yeah.
let me see that I was thinking too small-minded.
I'm ready to move again.
You feel what I'm saying? But you had the experience. Like, you
I'm
feel what
ready
I'm
to
saying?
move,
Like,
bro.
you literally lived in a whole nother state for years.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Like,
to
you feel what I'm
slide.
saying? So, like, you've got to be able to be kind of a outside of the 4 blocks of Pottstown. And
Right.
whereas, and I was just talking to my niece about this yesterday, like, if nothing else, just go for the social experience of learning people.
I don't even
Like,
want to
you
make
feel
this
what
a
I'm
race
saying?
thing, bro. I don't even want to make this a race thing,
Do
but
your thing.
I don't see no black people at the pool hall. Like, I go shoot pool 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
It's just me and a bunch of white people down there, bro.
Right.
Like, you don't see no black people at the axe throwing joint.
Nope.
Where
I've
do
done it.
where
Not
do,
on
like,
a regular, though.
like
I
mean,
remember
I'm sure-
we used to do Bolton heavy.
I'm saying they got leagues and shit. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you don't be seeing like no black team in the league, a whole bunch of black dudes in the. I mean, at least not out here. And what I'm
Right.
saying is, like, what you see people doing out here is the same shit
Right.
all the time. And then people think you have to. I mean, not even to come at you because you talking about leaving, but you don't even have to go nowhere to experience shit out here. Like, I be trying to tell people, bro. In this 2 blocks right here, there's 15 restaurants.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
It's
But
right
the-
in your backyard.
But it's funny that you it's not a race thing, but it is. Like, motherfuckers be too uncomfortable to go sit with people that don't look like them.
100%. But
Like,
you gotta
feel what
do
I'm
it.
saying? Like, it's nothing for us to go down. Like, if it was earlier in the day, we would easily go down there and we'll grab a table, Blue Elephant, wherever the case may be, and we'll be comfortable wherever we're at. You feel me? Whereas, like, people aren't willing to even do that. People aren't willing to socialize.
Well, that ain't me, because you know I've been putting niggas on for years. You already know.
Right.
Niggas, my family,
Nah, facts.
We out.
wifey.
We out.
All
We
that,
doing
nigga.
shit. We
I'm
going
bringing
on
whole
trips.
types of
Yeah,
different
facts.
Vacations.
experiences. That mean I gotta put that shit on my back and grind extra hard just to let people experience shit with people I love around me.
Nah, facts.
And that's what we gonna do. Cause guess what? I'm the fuck up out of here.
Hey, man.
But listen, man.
Don't close it up on me, bro. Let me give you one more topic, bro. Let me
All
give you one more topic, bro.
Let's go.
Cause I just want to get y'all something real quick to see what y'all think, bro.
Do your thing.
All right. Do y'all know when the last slave ship came to America?
Nah, when was it?
Let's see.
Late 1700s.
No.
It was later. It was later. It was
Later than
earlier
that, brother.
Yeah, later than that.
1869.
Yeah, I was thinking somewhere in that.
So-
New Orleans,
I be trying.
Louisiana.
No, it was
South Carolina.
Hold on. Let's see. This is the ship was called the Coltita, the last known slave ship in the U.S. Alabama, Mobile,
Okay.
Alabama.
Okay.
Man.
But I only say that to say this because we talking about just men shit, and I be trying to tell my son, like, as black African American men, because I got African homies and I got homies from other places, and they'll let me know, like, bro, you're African American, you're not African. This shit's different.
Yeah.
We got different history.
Yeah.
So I be trying to tell my son, and just in general, like when we talking about just getting out and doing shit and experiencing shit, like we're not that far removed from times like that. So it's like I feel like it's important to like be comfortable, step out and experience things, share things with your children. Let your children know why you do the things that you do. And it's because we so far behind. Like we're really the third generation of our family tree. That's how I see it. Because we African Americans, I'm seeing my family tree starts here.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not looking to go back to Africa or meet any of my relatives in Africa or none of that shit. And that's no disrespect to them. I'm on some new shit. This is the start of the tree. You know what I'm saying? So I really be on trying to preach culture to my son. Like, yo, look at this music. Look at these black artists. Look at these musicians. This is our culture. And it's so important. Like when I look at that, the Summer of Soul or shit, or where the Summer of Soul. When I'm looking at that, John, I'm like this is the Black Woodstock, and they didn't talk about this, John, because this is our culture. Like we all know about Woodstock, but do you know about the Summer of Soul?
And it's crazy you say that because we don't identify as African Americans enough, and that's who we are. Like, yeah, we talked about all that, but like you said, we are a major, like we're a major culture in the world.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like we our culture in our influence is bigger. That's when I was trying to tell y'all when we was going on. I'm not gonna go deep into it. Y'all don't realize, we don't realize the influence.
Right.
Even though we don't necessarily capitalize off it, other races
Other races do. No,
do.
you're right.
But the influence that we do have in our culture is crazy. It's worldwide.
Right.
Absolutely, it is.
It's worldwide. Like, and this is what I learned too from my travels, Matty,
I'm listening
Mark,
to you.
and
I'm
Buck.
just doing some fact checking because I don't
Like going to some of these other countries is like, yo, you know how we feel sometimes. Like we feel the discrimination and we feel so low.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But you go to some of these other countries and they're like, they look at you and they're like, you're Black American. And it's like the coolest shit in the world.
Yeah.
Like they don't know our history. They don't know what our peoples
They
go
just see us
through.
as culture holders.
When we go to their environments, they think we got paper. They think we're smart. They don't like them African niggas because we come with a whole different texture of hair, different swag.
Right.
Like, we are like I said, influence, the in culture influence that spreads across this universe.
We so confused because this is the start. We trying to figure out like, oh, what was before this, but this is the
Let's be
beginning.
honest. Nobody created nothing in our culture and we rode a wave. We create this shit and everybody else ride our fucking wave, dog. Nobody got the swag that we got.
I think the term culture vultures came from.
But it's important for us to learn our culture and teach the culture and not have the culture taught to us.
I mean, and that also comes with pride in the culture. Like, and that's where I struggle with, as far as people in America, well, blacks in America, they don't have pride in their culture. Like, you feel what I'm saying? They don't have pride in the next man. It's a lot that goes into that, and we talked about it on other episodes as far as like systematic racism that makes us even colorists and all that shit, but not just having pride in us, because like you said, we are the culture. And if we had the understanding of knowing the power of that yields, bro, we can really move mountains. And it's like, until we are able to take pride in that, and that's why, like, even like the LGBT, I got mad respect for. Like, Jews, I got mad respect for, because like they take pride and they like come together, and you feel what I'm saying, and they make shit happen. Whereas like with Black Americans, bro, it'd be hard as shit, just because like motherfuckers just be all, if there's 1,000 motherfuckers in this room, there's 1,000 different brains trying to do what 1,000 motherfuckers want to do. You feel what I'm saying? Where no one's able to come together and figure it out.
Man,
Let's wrap this up, yo.
Take pride in the black culture, man.
For real,
Now,
learn
that's
something.
real shit.
And we gonna go out on that one.
No, yeah, 100%. Take pride in the black culture. Dollar boy,
Take
Yes,
me out.
sir.
Yo, why was you adjusting the